Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Trader Minutes. Great to have you on board. I'm Carl, and thanks for tuning in. And man, I've been looking through scans, looked through 100 plus stocks today, looking all over the place to put together a top three. For a little while there, I was just talking to Josh a little while there. I thought I might put some runner ups in there, but there's been some decent signals coming here the last little bit. I got two for you today that I like. Let's go take a look at those two. Now the market, another comeback. This is a third straight day of down and then a comeback. All right, that's all. I just say that about the market right now before I get in the top two for the day. One of them is Pay. It's Verifone Systems. Very nice looking setup. It's jumped up a bit here. I've been watching this for a while now. This is the one that I found that I've liked, and it's held up quite well here during the day. And let me bring in the vibe here. And this is a bull vibe signal. And you've been following the top three, we've been getting a lot of these signals. So we got all the averages rising here. They've been rising for about a month now. The 200-day, nice turnaround here. It takes a long time for that 200-day to turn around. So what that's telling us, you got a longer term trend intact, and then a short and an intermediate term. Well, intermediate term to a midterm trend intact as well. You got volumes. I mean, the averages are rising. If I come down here a little bit, look at the volumes today. It's got some strong volumes up over the 50-day average right there. And you can see the MACD going up. I got that. It might be just off your screen. But it's a nice looking setup. And it's backed by the stronger volumes. Again, you don't need those for a nice uptrending stock like this, but when you get those, it just adds a little bit more to it. So let me talk about this for just a second. It's on my top three. I like it. I put it on here because I still think it's going to go. It's a little ways away from the seven. Might look at that and say, hey, it's a ways from the seven, Carl. It is. It's a little bit of ways from the seven. There's a chance of some consolidation, right? Just a chance of some consolidation up here. But there's also a chance it might do one of these deals or one of these deals. Okay. And that's why I put on the top three. There's a chance you might get something like that on today's move. That's why I put it top three, but don't be surprised if it pulls back a little bit, consolidation maybe towards 27 or something like that on Monday. But at the same time, I didn't want to miss out on anything here. Stop on the open today, not necessarily a 7, to be on the open, and it's a nice looking setup. Okay, it's also, if you look at this through the eyes of a trend writer, it's also a trend writer. Okay? Trend writer bull, vibe bull. It's got volume to back it. All right, Martin, thank you. We'll go change that. Thank you very much. That's me in a hurry. Sorry, Martin. All right, and the second one is Lowe's. And I looked at Lowe's, looked at Home Depot. Now I'm a guy that I've always been a guy that likes to get out and put my hands to work, and I like to fix things around the house and do little projects around the house. And I go to Home Depot. Sorry. But Lowe's, a nice looking chart. I like the chart. And for a while there, Lowe's was outperforming Home Depot during, what was it, November, December, October. Time goes by too fast for me right now, but it was outperforming Home Depot for a while there. But if you look at this, it's not a trend rider. It's a vibe signal. And I wanted to show you something here. I'm going to zoom in and then back out a little bit, so you can see about everything. You're missing the ROC a little bit. Look, it looks like there, but you notice the indicator is rising. Just off your screen, take my word for it, it's rising, as well as the MACD down below here. It's got steady volume. Okay, now they announced earnings right over here in November. They went sideways for a while, and then notice what's happening here. They're breaking out of a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern, you could say. It's not the prettiest one, but you can see a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. And this is too much to put in my notes on there. A little bit of a head and shoulders pattern off of an earnings report where it took a hit, coming back up, and it retested the prior level of resistance right there for the head and shoulders pattern. That's also the confirmation level there at 48 for the pattern to take effect. Okay, so you got a couple things going for you there. It came back, held that level nicely on steady volume today, pushing up over 41, gapped up over the 7, pushed up and has run higher. This is a very bullish looking signal. And you also look there and you say the 50-day moving average, it's right here. The 50-day average is right there, and it's not uptrending. A true bull vibe signal would have that 50-day going up like over here, right? But with the bullishness, the bullish action that we're seeing here, confirmation of a head and shoulders reversal pattern. And not only that, it retested that breakout level there above 48 and a move higher. I'm going to discount that 50-day moving average and think this could run up towards the 51, maybe the 52 level. But as it reaches 51, I'd watch it carefully and see if it could break up higher. But this is a very nice bullish signal that I put on there for another top 3. All right, some runner-ups, and there's some decent looking runner-ups. They just sold off for me. Intel is one of them, and this had a nice signal. I was watching this for quite a while, a couple hours now, and it's just sold off. If this closed up here towards the high, beautiful signal. Right now it's closing back below the 7. Doesn't mean it's not going to go higher. It just means it's not ready today. It might gap up and run, but what this would do, you get let's say Monday, you get another candle like today's, like it was today, and you get a push back up. Well, then there's your signal on Monday. But today, just a little bit of weakness here. And then Caterpillar. Now Caterpillar, oops, sorry about that. Yeah, it's a bull vibe. It's got that. Now this is interest rate sensitive. We talked a little bit. Jeff trained about this morning. It's up on rates, and a push up over 90. It's probably set to go higher. It was just one for me. I'd have felt more comfortable to put it as a runner up than on a top 3. It still looks bullish, but and it's definitely outperforming the others. I mean, if I look at Joy Global and Deere, it's outperforming those two. But I just wanted to keep that as a runner-up. And then PHM. Now the home builders and AK. You brought up some of the other builders, KBH and things like that. Yeah, the home builders have been nice. They've got good-looking charts. They're pulling back a little. Here's Pulte. Another one, just a runner-up. Another one, it's breaking up above 20. It's caught up above it, coming back, retester, pushing up above it. It's still a bullish-looking chart. It's still likely to go higher. It just sold off a little bit, and I always try to get as much confirmation as I can with these, and confirmation would come about this level of the recent high right there. Now it's still a bullish signal. This is likely to run higher, but and again, it's got the volume there, everything to support the move. I just try to cherry pick those top 3 and put on the ones that I feel have the best chance. The odds are still saying bullish right here, push up like this, and it's another one of the runner-ups. Okay, everybody, that's it for my top 3. I'm going to get off here for a little while, end this recording, and we'll be back on here to wrap up the day. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.